Hi guys! So for this activity, I just want to explain what you're going to do. So you're going to read Climbing Skull Mountain and annotate. You're going to identify the plot elements, and then you're going to not answer. I have answer comprehension questions, but you're not going to answer. You're going to review some comprehension questions. So the story starts on the next slide, and right here I have a read aloud if you want to listen to the story being read. Then next to, there's I think 5 slides where the story's at, and it has a little text box for you to go ahead and annotate or make your hashtags for the story. Remember, that's super important to interact with the story so you understand it better. Once you go through and read the story, we're practicing plot. You're going to go ahead and plot out the story, Climbing Skull Mountain. And then after plotting it, you have your exit ticket. Now on the slide right before the exit ticket, it gives you just some information on how this is tested on STAR, how plot is tested on STAR. And this is super important. So the sentence stems look similar to these two. Which sentence best expresses either the exposition, the rising action, the climax, the falling action, or the resolution? So it'll give you a sentence, and you have to choose which sentence best, represents either the exposition, the rising, the climax, the falling action, or the resolution. Another way they ask questions about plot on STAR is, how do the paragraphs or sentences contribute to the exposition, rising action, climax, or resolution? So it'll tell you a specific paragraph or a specific sentence, and it says, how does that contribute to the exposition, the rising action, falling action, climax, or resolution? So in order to answer these questions, you have to be able to identify where in the story is the plot, where in the story is the exposition, or the rising action, or the falling action, or the climax. You need to be able to know where it's at in the story. That's why we're practicing so much. You have to also be able to understand, you need to understand the plot elements, like the exposition. What is the role of the exposition? What's its purpose in the beginning of the story? Why do we have an exposition? Why do authors include expositions in their story? Well, it's because it's the start of their story. They want to let the reader know who their characters are, what the setting is, and they're setting up their story. So it's super important that you know the different plot elements, you know their role, and you know how to identify it in a story. So that is all you're doing for this assignment right here. Again, you're reading a story, you're plotting it out, and then you have an exit ticket to answer.